Hello to all. I am Dr. Alkesh Agrawal, and in this lecture, I'll mainly discuss about ASM charts. So we'll discuss about the basic blocks of ASM chart, and then we'll take some design examples of ASM charts from state diagrams. Here are some reference books that include Digital Design, authored by M. Morris Mano and M. D. Saletti, and Modern Digital Electronics by R. P. Jain. So before going into the details, let us first discuss about digital system. So if we brush up our basic concepts, the digital system consists of digital circuits and control circuits. So the digital circuits are mainly used for data processing operations that mainly include adders, decoders, multiplexers, counters, registers, etc. that we have studied in detail in the series of lectures that are available on my YouTube channel, E-Tronics Lectures by Dr. Alkesh Agrawal. So, a digital system has digital circuits that are mainly used for data processing operations, and as well as a control circuit that is mainly used to control the sequence of operations that includes synchronous sequential circuits. So, in brief, what we can say is the digital system comprises of digital circuits as well as control circuits. If we look into this figure, so here you can see a digital system or a digital circuit comprises of a control unit and a data processing unit. So in data processing unit, we have the data that is input into the unit. It processes the data in a sequential manner, and that sequence is being controlled by the control signals that are being generated by control unit with the help of external input signals. So we have the input data, we have the processing of the data through data processing unit. The sequence of the processing is controlled by control signals that are being generated through control unit, that with the help of some external input signals, and that sequencing is being acknowledged through status signals to the control unit. So we have this figure 1 that depicts the control and data path interaction, that is interaction between control unit and data processing unit. So now we come on to the ASM chart. So ASM mainly stands for asynchronous state machine. So we have a conventional flow chart and ASM chart. So let us discuss what is the basic difference between a conventional flow chart and an ASM chart. ASM, as I have told you, is asynchronous state machine. So in a conventional flow chart, it describes the procedural steps and decision paths of an algorithm in a sequential manner, but it does not take into account the timing relationship. This is important. Whereas an ASM chart does the same thing, it describes the sequence of events as well as timing relationship between the states of a sequential controller. So here the timing relationship is also taken into account, whereas this part is not taken into account in a conventional flow chart. So that is, so basic difference is the consideration of the timing relationship between a conventional and a ASM chart. So an ASM chart is mainly consists of three basic blocks. So these basic blocks are being shown in figure 2. We have a state box which is rectangular in shape, we have a decision box which is diamond in shape, and we have a conditional box which is oval in shape. So in all we have three basic blocks through which an ASM chart is being generated through a state diagram. So I repeat, one is state box which is rectangular in shape, one is decision box which is diamond in shape, and one is conditional box which is oval in shape. So if we look if we go into details of a state box, so it represents one of the state of an ASM, that is asynchronous sequential machine. So as I have told you, it is a rectangular shape, as you can see over here. So we have one entry path and one exit path shown in this figure 3. and it has a symbolic name that is being depicted on the upper left corner, and a binary code is assigned on the upper right corner. Okay, and this is the only basic component in an ASM chart that is time dependent. So if we have to use it in a state box, the state box in the ASM chart. So here you can see we have one entry path, one exit path. This is the name of the state, and this is the depiction of the state in terms of binary. So when we use this in a state, this is when we use the state block in ASM chart, it looks like this, and this is a general description of a state box. Next, we have a decision box. So we can see a decision box is diamond in shape. There's only one entry path, but it has more than one exit path. Here you can see we have one entry path and two exit path. So it mainly is used to take a decision uh, that depends upon the boolean expression. So when we use a boolean expression, it is will be false or true, that is logic 0 or logic 1. So if logic is 0 or the condition is not true, it will take on one exit path. If the logic is true, it will take on another exit path. So here you can see condition false, we have one exit path. If condition is true, we have one exit path. And this is how it looks like when we use it in a ASM chart. So the entry path is through the state box. When we are using a decision variable x, if the value of x is 0 or false, it takes this exit path 1. If the value of the boolean value of this variable is true, we takes on another exit path number 2. Then comes the conditional box, which is oval in shape, as you can see. So there is one entry path. Now this entry path has is from decision box. You can see over here. So this is a decision box. After decision box, we are using a conditional box. So this input to the conditional box is through decision box. So here when some register operation is being implemented, we use this particular conditional box. So there is some condition on operation of a register. Here you can see r tends to 0, that the contents of register r are clear to 0. So based on this condition, we are using this particular conditional box, and we have one input path, entry path, and one exit path. And this is how we can use this conditional block in an ASM chart, as being shown in figure 8. Now let us take some examples of ASM chart which are being generated through the state diagram of asynchronous sequential circuit. So we have taken an example. This is the state diagram. So here we have states as T1, T2, T3, T4. The initial state is 0, 0, 1. So the asynchronous state machine will transit from state T1 to T2 based on the decisions of variables E and F. It will transit from T1 to T3 state again, depending upon some other decision conditions on variables E and F, and the state machine will transit from T1 to T4 state and depends upon the decision variable E. So the functioning of this asynchronous state machine is depicted through ASM chart, which can be seen in figure 10. So here you can see the first state is T1. So we have used a state box with state T1, and in binary it is depicted as 0, 0, 1. So after that we have used decision box, one for variable E and one for variable F. So here a decision for variable E is taken in decision box. So this is variable E. When the condition E or the condition of variable E is false, that is E is 0, it takes this exit path. When the condition for E is true, it takes on this decision path. Here you can see that the state machine transits from T1 to T2 when E is false and F is false. So when E is false, again we use another decision box for taking the decision of F variable. So again when F is false, so it transits from T1 to T2 second state. State is T2 and binary depiction is 0 1 0. Then again we start with T1 based on the decision of E when E is false, and when F, the decision of F, when F variable is true, it takes on another state T3 with binary depiction 0 1 1. And again when from T1 state box, when the decision of variable E is true, is 1, it takes on T4 state with state depiction as 100. So this is how we generated an ASM chart that is based on this state diagram of asynchronous sequential circuit. Now let us take another complex example. Again, here is we have another state diagram. So we can see over here the same diagram. So this diagram, it looks somewhat bigger. So here we have 4 states: T0, T1, T2 and T3. So what is shown over here is the state machine, ASM machine, started with state T0 with binary depiction 0 0. Based on the decision of variable x, when x is 0, it comes back to the same state. So that is shown over here. In ASM chart, we have a state box with state T0 and binary depiction 0 0. Then a decision box is being used, taking decision variable x. When x is false, that is x is 0, the path is back to the state T0. That is shown by here. Now we come to another path where the value of variable x is 1, the state transits from T0 to T1. So here you can see when the variable of x is 1, the state machine transits from T0 to T1 with binary depiction T1. So this path is shown. Now from T1 we have two transitions, either to T2 or T3. So that depends upon the binary variable y. So here we have taken another decision box y. So when y is true, y is 1, the state machine transits from T1 to T3 with depiction T3 and binary depiction 1 1. And when the binary value for y is 0 or false, the state transits from T1 to T2 with this path. So we have used another state box with depiction T2, state depiction T2 and binary depiction 1 0. Now we have a switching between state T3 and T2 that depends upon again the same decision variables x and y in combination. So here you can see when x is 1 and y is 1, we have a self transition. So you can see again under state box T3 we have used decision box for x and for decision box for y. So when x from this path, when x is 1 and y is 1, we have the self transition back to T3. And when x is 0, you can see when x is 0, the state transition is from T3 to T0. So when x is 0, the state transition is from T3 to T0. So this path is shown. Again, you can see when x is 1 and y is 0, when x is 1, y is 0, the transition is from T3 to T2. So you can see when x is 1 and y is 0, when x is 1 and y is 0, the transition is from T3 to T2. So this is also shown. Now we come to T2 state. In T2 state, when the decision for variables is 1 0, there is a self transition. So here you can see when x is 1 and y is 0, so the state transits to itself to T2. And when you can see when x is 0, the transition is from T2 to T0. So when x is 0, transits back to T0. And when x and y is 1 1, it transits from T2 to T3. So you can see from T2 state, when x is 1 and y is 1, it transits to T3. So here you can see the depiction of ASM chart through this state diagram. as shown in figure 11 and 12. Thank you.